everyone, welcome to Gallant Days. In this video, we will be discussing how to write a social justice answer. This is a previous year question. The question is, despite consistent experience of high growth, India still goes with the lowest indicators of human development. Examine the issues that make balanced and inclusive development elusive. So this question consists of two parts, and the first part is, despite consistent experience of high growth, India still goes with the lowest indicators of human development. So the keywords are high growth, then lowest indicators of human development. Lowest indicators of human development. And this statement shows there is a mismatch between the economic growth and human development in our country. Okay. The next statement is, examine the issues that make balanced and inclusive development elusive. There are some challenges which affect the balanced and inclusive development in our country. So you should discuss the issues that make balanced and inclusive development elusive. So the keywords are balanced and inclusive development. Okay. Issues that make balanced and inclusive development in our country. So in the introduction part, you can connect the keywords high growth and lowest in terms of or lowest indicators of human development. So you can quote some data like India is the 5th largest economy in the world, and in terms of purchasing power parity, India is in the 3rd position. In terms of purchasing power parity, India is in the 3rd position, and it shows the economic growth of our country. Then you can quote the Human Development Index, which is published by UNDP, and India's rank in this Human Development Index is 131 out of 189 countries. Okay. And this poor performance of India in this Human Development Index, which is published by UNDP, and it shows there is a mismatch between the economic growth and human development in our country. That means India is the 5th largest economy and the 3rd in terms of purchasing power parity, and it shows the economic growth. But in terms of human development, the Human Development Index, which is published by UNDP, India's rank is 131 out of 189 countries, and the poor performance of the India in this Human Development Index shows there is a mismatch between the economic growth and human development in our country. So you can write this in our introduction part. Okay. So in the body part, you can write about the issues that make balanced and inclusive development elusive. That means there are some challenges which affect the balanced and inclusive development in our country. So you can write some challenges like or issues like gender inequality. We know our society is a patriarchal society, and there are some issues like gender pay gap, then low female literacy, then female feticide, and poor performance in the gender development index. India's rank in this gender development index is 149 out of 160 countries. So these gender inequality which affect the women or the vulnerable sections like women, so it will affect the balanced and inclusive development in our country. Okay, then the next problem is poverty, and it will affect the poor, it will affect both the poor or vulnerable sections. You can quote some data like multi-dimensional poverty index, and this multi-dimensional poverty index shows nearly 20% of Indians are poor. So you can quote this multi-dimensional poverty index in your answer. Then the next problem is lack of quality in human resources. Due to low government expenditure on health and education, for health it is only 1.4% of GDP, and for education it is only 3.4% of GDP. And due to this low government expenditure on the health and education, which will result in the high out-of-pocket expenditure by the people, and it will also affect the, it will more affect the poor or weaker sections. Okay. Then the next problem is corruption, red tapeism, lack of transparency, and it will affect the, it will result in the poor implementation of welfare schemes, and these welfare schemes are does not reach to the targeted beneficiaries effectively. Okay. Then the next problem is jobless growth, and you can quote some data like according to NSSO periodic labor force survey report, nearly about half of the working age population in our country is jobless. So it is also a problem, jobless growth. You can quote the NSSO report, NSSO PLFS report, periodic labor force survey report, and it shows about half of the working age population in our country is jobless. Okay, these are some issues which affect the balanced and inclusive development in our country. The first problem is gender inequality, which will affect the women, and the issues like, you can quote some issues like patriarchal society, then gender pay gap, female feticide, low female literacy, then low performance in the gender development index. The India's rank is 149 out of 160. Then the problem is poverty, and it will affect more the poor and vulnerable sections. You can quote the multi-dimensional poverty index report, and it shows nearly 20% of Indians are poor. Then lack of quality in human resources, because low expenditure on the low government expenditure on the health and the education. Health is only about 1.4% of GDP, and education is only 3.4% of GDP. And due to this low government expenditure, it will lead to high out of pocket expenditure by the poor people for this quality health, quality education, and the healthcare expenditure. Okay. Then corruption, redistribution, lack of transparency, it will result in the poor implementation of the welfare schemes, and these welfare schemes are does not reach to the vulnerable sections or the weaker sections or targeted beneficiaries effectively. Then jobless growth, you can quote the NSSO periodic labor force survey. According to this survey report, about half of the working age population is jobless. Okay. So towards the conclusion part, you can provide some suggestions, because we have discussed some issues. So you could provide some suggestions for these issues. So the first suggestion should be like this: improving human capital. For improving human capital, there is a need of more investment in quality education and health. So the first suggestion is improving human capital. For improving human capital, there is a more investment in quality education and health. Then the second suggestion should be like this: promote skill development and job creation. For skill development and job creation, the government has already launched some schemes like Skill India Mission, then Make in India, Startup India, then Stand Up India, and the Stand Up India, which aims for promoting entrepreneurship among the women, SCs and STs, etc. So you can provide more suggestions in this way forward section. Okay. So you can conclude this answer in a positive way like this: India's advantage of demographic dividend, it is a keyword, demographic dividend, can be utilized for both economic growth and human development. But if it can provide good health, quality education and employment opportunities. Okay. So you can conclude like this: India's advantage of demographic dividend can be utilized for both economic growth and human development if it can provide good health, quality education and employment opportunities. Okay. So let us revise. In the introduction part, you can write about the mismatch between economic growth and human development in our country. For this, you can provide some data like India is the fifth largest economy in the world and third in terms of purchasing power parity. Then poor performance in the Human Development Index. India's rank is 131 out of 189 countries. So this shows the mismatch between economic growth and human development in our country. Okay. Then towards the body part, you can write about the issues that make balanced and inclusive development elusive. So you can provide some issues like gender inequality, poverty, low performance in human resources, corruption, retirism, lack of transparency, jobless growth, and we have already discussed these points in detail. Then after mentioning these issues, you can provide some way forward, or you can provide some suggestions like more investment in the education and health is needed. Then you can provide some government initiatives like Stand Up India, Startup India, Make in India, Skill India Mission, etc. Then towards the conclusion, you can provide a positive conclusion like this: India's advantage of demographic dividend. It is a keyword. Demographic dividend can be utilized for both economic growth and standard of living if it can provide good health, quality education, and employment opportunities. So you can conclude like this in a positive way. Okay. So this is the discussion for this question. See you in the next session. Thank you.